is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday to everybody out there. Um, Hard to see we got some people in both chats. Y'all are in there early. Tyson, what is up, man? But yes, happy Wednesday, and man, we got a Wednesday slate, buddy. We have every
Yeah.
team is actually in play. Um, man, it's gonna be a lot of ball tonight, man.
Yeah. 15 games, man. So many spots to find. But you know what? I honestly think that's a trap because it's like, bro, there's so many fake lines out there. So,
For sure. Man, I'm going to get this tweeted out really quick.
yeah, let me do the same.
Um,
I think my best advice is just find the 5 games or 10 games, however many, and just lock in on those.
I was about to say, it's one of those, I mean, because like the actual break is so close. And then, everybody has actually like a vacation plan, like, and
Yep.
actually, like some of these guys are actually definitely going to, that they're just going to already be there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So yeah, it's one of those things
defense,
where just actually, take your time with it. J Bo in the chat, what's going on, man? Yeah, man, the hat game, man. Yeah, we have to we
show
have to keep
out.
them going. We have to keep them going. But yeah, guys, yeah, it's a big slate. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. We're not gonna go over every single game, because yeah, that would obviously take us a very long time. So if you have any certain games you want us to talk about, definitely drop them in the chat. What's going on, Bill? Let's kill it today. Yes, sir. We have been hot.
Yep.
Everybody has been running hot. So let's keep it going again today. Um, Man, let me see here. Going down the list. I guess the Celtics game. Do you want to let's actually jump in there first?
Yeah, let's go there.
All right, let's do it. Um, Man, for me, when I was just looking like at this line when I first saw it, I was like, man, this is a Spurs line, man. I just want to jump on the Spurs so bad. But then, of course, when I actually started like looking into it, the Spurs they have been on the road, and this is their last game of this road trip. And that's a spot I'm just not looking to back teams. There's like so many games to choose from. Actually, like every night, that's just a spot that I always just shy away from. Um,
Yep.
that being said, also we talked about it as far as the Celtics goes. When they have that loss, those actually next couple games, they actually normally play really, really
Monsters.
well. But then after that, as far as actually like against the spread, they're normally not very good. So that's why in this spot, I'm also don't want to lay it. Um, I will say though, this total seems to be a little bit low. With everything that I just said, with the break about to start, just with all factors in, I feel like this is going to be just a up and down, high scoring game, man. Like I just think defense is just not really going to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just
No,
had to
no,
do it.
no.
I'm sorry.
Oh, actually, no, man. Like I should. There's it. Like I think this number should be
Yeah.
more like the 238 range.
Yeah, definitely. So with me, I think I'm gonna echo basically what you said, except I want to add in a few qualitative factors.
Okay.
Like one, both teams, the Celtics, the 3 of their last 5, they've soared over their totals. The Spurs, 4 of their last 5, they soared over the totals. The Spurs, the reason why, like you initially, I wanted to take them in the points because I was like, oh, Boston's injured. Yeah, let me take the Spurs in the points. But then I remember they're playing in Boston, which does matter because Boston's 3 pointers, dude, the entire team, start to bottom, including the bench, can all get hot from three. So there's no tell like that lucky three in Celtics land. That is a real thing, man. So I think I like the total a lot in this one. Couple that with the fact that they getting ready to go on vacation. Nobody's prioritizing defense. Give the people what they want for the All Star break.
Right.
So
I mean, yeah, that's what I was
the
saying. With that little factor like added in, I know that's not. as far as a number. Like I can't put a number to that, but
Right.
that just has to come into play though.
And also, I know this is like conspiracy theory level, right? But De'Aaron Fox requested a trade out of the Kings, and he just watched DeMar DeRozan put up 42 points. I think he's going to come and try to make a statement here. I mean, he has Wemby, so I think he's going to try to put up points. I think that helps us with our over.
Yep. Bill has a question here, and it's a few props. And like I'm actually not our props guy. That there's all you, Joe.
So Chris Paul, he's looking to facilitate. The only thing is his minutes have been cut down a little bit, so his usage went down. I'm not really the biggest Chris Paul fan, but I will take De'Aaron Fox. The reason why is because, I mean, who you're throwing the assist to matters. Wemby is almost a guaranteed bucket if he's in the paint. Porzingis doesn't really – he can stretch the 5 or the 4, whichever he's playing, but he doesn't really too much – get down and dirty. Whereas Wemby, he's almost an automatic bucket. So I like the Fox prop a lot.
Like it. Yeah, Jay. Props by Joe. That's right.
Appreciate the love, man.
Jay was also asking, this is a game that I had nothing on. This was a game I hadn't really planned on actually bringing up. 76ers, what have they lost? 4 straight now?
Dude, they are 10 times better without Embiid on the court.
Yeah.
And it's not just my Embiid hate anymore. Like, I really, looking at that game, dude, if you would have told me, right, that Tyrese Maxey, who had been scoring 30 plus, right, would score 5 points with over 32 minutes logged, come on, bro. Like, I would have bet the house against that. Like, no. Like, there's clearly a conflict in that locker room. And Embiid needs surgery. So go get out of the way and let the young Bulls take over, man. Yeah. But again, I don't like them. I think they're playing the Nets today. For whatever reason, the Nets typically show up against the 76ers, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But yeah, I do think it's a get right spot, but I'm not betting it just because there's so many more spots that I love in front of that. But hey, that's you. Go for it.
Yeah, Jay, that's what I was going to say, man. I mean, yes, this should be that actually spot for him, but there's no way that I'm going to actually bet it, though. So, moving on here, man, let's talk about this Hawks game, man. Hawks versus Knicks. This was another one, man. The Hawks side, I'm absolutely loving it. Numbers going down. I wanted to hop on the Hawks spread. I wanted to hop on the Hawks team total over. But there's one man, and we do not know if he's going to play yet. And that to me makes all of the difference.
Ice Trey.
Yeah, man.
Ice Trey, man. Like I'm gonna have to take it live, dude. Like I'm not betting that before the game because Ice Trey, he is a different monster in MSG, man. Like he is the Knicks killer. Like, dude, they out of the 3 times they played the Knicks, they beat them outright twice, and they're still underdogs. Yeah, something's not right. And then that line's been moving towards the Knicks, which makes you think that Trey will play. But I've been burned by reading NBA lines too early, too many times this year. So I'm going to wait until tip-off and see him on the court, and then I'll lock it in. But I do think it's good up until like 6. That's my number. That's where I have it at. But, I mean, the Hawks typically do get down in the first or second quarter just off my eye test and teams that I watch a lot. So, I mean, you can get a much better number than 6 right now. I would wait till tip-off and lock in a 9 and just – 9 is what I would hammer. 7 is what I would play responsibly. I mean, you play all of it responsibly, but if I saw a 9, I'm definitely taking it.
Yeah, that's just one of those, like, for me, if Trey plays, like I know this evening I have stuff to do. I'm not going to be, like, around just sitting there to see, like, right then if he plays. So that's why for me, like, I'm just staying off of it. But if I were to sit here and know he's about to play, like I said, for me, it would be Hawks everything. I'd be Hawks first half. I would be Hawks on the full game, and the Hawks team total over. I would be Hawks literally everything.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson's out for the year. I think that's a great honorable mention because that
Yeah.
dude was balling. And I took Hawks on the money line the other day and cashed out pretty good when they were 5.5 dogs. So the Hawks they're kind of on my shit list because they're our only loss on the POD,
Yep.
the team total. But I mean, they won me that plus 165, so I kind of forgave them a little bit.
Right.
So I don't know.
Man, let's move on down the slate here a little bit. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this Blazers team, man. They have finally what I've been talking about. They finally lost two. So I am officially off of the of actually what was the actual Blazers train now.
Okay.
I am officially off. Just had a comment here also, but
yeah.
But like, yeah, this Blazers team, man, I'm like off. And as far as actually like Denver team, like I said, they keep playing good ball, man. They're on a really good run currently. And once again, I have to say it. I feel like I've been saying it a lot recently, but for a Nuggets home game, as far as this total, man, it's 232.5. That's just low.
It is.
That is just low. Like, and I know that the last game they played, it was actually these two teams, and actually, as far as the over, that there was our play, and it sort of was so easy. So
easy.
I hate going back to something like that when it's the same two teams, because normally, you know, on that second game, whatever happened the first game, it's usually the opposite. But with this total, I just still think it's low. I mean, at 232.5.
It's hard for me to see a Nuggets team that don't score 125 today. Like, it's just hard for me to see it, right? Because they scored, 125, 144, 112. That was a clear blowout where they pulled the starters. 122, 146. It's hard for me to see in a world where Aiden is out, right? He's their best rim protector. So there's nobody stopping layups. They're already averaging over 125. Like, Jokic triple-double is juiced, but it does sound good, and I do like the way you hit it. But it's juiced. That's why I didn't take it.
Isn't that crazy, man? That a triple-double is actually juiced.
Bro, he's averaged a triple-double.
It's just crazy.
Now, the thing is, I actually think the triple-double doesn't hit today because blowout factor is a real thing. They just beat this Blazers team by, 30?
Yeah.
Right? And now you're going to tell me the Blazers' best paint defender is out? It's hard for me to see them not covering the spread. I'm not a fan of double-digit spreads, so I will take the over. But, yeah, it's hard for me to see the Trailblazers keep up. Like, I don't see where scoring is going to come from. Like, I just don't see it. So, I'm jamming the over with you, man.
I was about to say, it's just one of those things where, as far as the Nuggets,
exactly.
As far as the Nuggets, we just, I mean, like everything, like actually, like y'all just said, I mean, like the Nuggets are going to get theirs. Like that's going to be easily done. But like I said, also the way the Nuggets play at like home, as far as defense, you know, that's just really not their thing. And they just go up and down. And I just think that actually the Blazers are going to give us enough points to actually get this over home.
I can give you a prop on that game if you like.
Go for it.
I think that Christian Braun over 15.5, that's still Christmas coming early. Because the dude, he's put up 23, 16, 18, 26. That's his last 5. The man scores inside of the paint. That is something that you want to take in consideration. He does not cry for fouls. He had 2 free throw attempts in his last game and 24 points, you know, from big man labor. And then you give me DeAndre Ayton's not going to be there to stop him. Dude, this has Christian Braun putting up 18 at least all day. Like he had a ton of field goal attempts. He's averaging 12.1 field goal attempts over his last 5, which is a little bit of a spike up. His minutes are 33.9. So he's gonna be on the court, right? Even in a blowout, he's typically one of the guys driving the cause for the blowout because he's scoring high percentage shots. So I really like him for a prop in this game if you guys want to take it. But
Like it. Jay, yeah, to comment here. Though I try to find these certain spots with these certain teams, and that's just what I go after. And I think with me and Joe, we're doing the shows now, and me and Joe kind of talk a lot now. So I feel like I'm starting to kind of get him in that same groove here.
Yep. Definitely.
So, it's just all about it's just looking at certain teams that you feel like you have a good read on, and just in certain spots, they just kind of jump out.
I also think that one of the reasons I like the over for the full games or even the first halves or whatever, I isolate for first half if I think it's going to be a blowout, but I like full game because it's not getting cute. Doesn't matter who gives me the points. Like I'm looking at your team as a whole, and Denver is averaging well into the 120s. And one thing I look at when I look at recent box scores is who is the team leading scorer. That changes on a nightly basis with Denver, which is why I say they're a team ball team. One day it could be Jokic, the next day it could be Murray, the next day it could be Michael Porter Jr. Just recently it was Christian Braun. Like, dude, I'm telling you, everybody could be the leading scorer. So when you have a spot like that, dude, just take the over. Don't get cute. It doesn't matter who put the ball in the hole, as long as it goes in. That's how I see it.
Yeah, totally agree. Well, speaking of another over and a team total over, please explain to me why the Warriors team total overnight against this Mavs team with the actual lineup that they're going to have out there, why I should not be hammering that.
I can't, I like to play devil's advocate, but that's honestly, I want to say second or third favorite play on the day.
Yeah, I mean, that one to me is
in my opinion.
Yeah. The Warriors, like I've been saying, these are both teams as actually as far as just overs go, the Mavs, and actually Golden State here, they're like teams that I've actually been riding. We all know, like I said, these are both teams I've been talking about how these actual lineups have actually changed, and they're playing faster. And as far as on defense, they're not playing as actually much defense, and the books just haven't seemed to keep up with them yet. For this game, though, I just think the Warriors I just don't know how the Mavs are going to stop them such a night. So that's why for this one, I really just want to isolate them because I don't want to care what the Mavs do here. I just know the Warriors are going to score tonight.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that this screams a Kyrie Irving over 30-point game, right? Okay. Obviously, it's a lot of plus money, and he's very capable. But I don't like doing it because you never know which Kyrie you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get the dude being Moses outside the stadium with a stick, or you're going to get the dude playing Uncle Drew in the Bronx, New York, where nobody can guard him. You never know which Kyrie you're going to get. He's too volatile, right? No shots, all love, no matter what. But just saying, dude, there's no there's no Gafford. There's no PJ Washington.
Nope.
There's no AD.
Nope.
There's no rim protector.
None.
Dallas gives up. They already gave up 26 most in the NBA as far as points in the paint.
Right.
And now all three of their best rim protectors are out. How does that not scream score?
The
Warriors, if you looked at the Warriors the last couple games since they got Jimmy Buckets 3 games ago, if you've looked at them, you know the blueprint. You know how they're going to score. Steph, Brandon Pod, whatever his name is, they're shooting the threes.
Yeah.
Jimmy, everybody else, layup drill in the paint. And you can't stop it. That's the thing. You know what's going to happen. They found their offensive identity finally. And in the beginning of the year, they tried to play defense because that was their only way to win. Like the only way they could beat teams is playing perfect basketball, playing defense, and just trying their best to like let Steph win the game by threes. But now, looking at Jimmy, if you look at the minutes that he's playing, his minutes have ramped up, but also when he's on the court, Jimmy is leading and facilitating. He's starting in the starting lineup and he's leading the second squad. So Jimmy stays in the shadows, right? He plays in the background. But then when Steph goes out for a break and he can finally take an actual break, that's when Jimmy comes alive and he starts scoring. Then Steph comes back in the game and he has fresh legs, and that's why his three-point shot has went up. Because if you play ball, you know you need legs in order to shoot. You can't have legs and playing 40 minutes a night. It doesn't work. Look at the New York Knicks. They'll tell you. Like, bro, Jimmy gives Steph breaks. Jimmy takes over when Steph's out the game. Bro, I personally put Jimmy in for 22 points at plus 124 because they were already giving up that many points in the paint. And Jimmy is a mid-range killer and in the paint, and he's going to shoot a million free throws. He's going to slow down the tempo of the game. That also plays into Steph being able to get rest on the sidelines. So the Warriors team is going to score. I think they cover the spread. But I personally think the two best plays in this game are Jimmy Buckets over 21 points and the Warriors team total over whatever it's set at. Because I think they'll put up at least 125 today. And the reason why I put Jimmy over Steph and Clay is because the whole world is focused on the Steph versus Clay matchup. I've seen a whole bunch of people on the Klay Thompson three-point shot made, but that has almost no value, and he has to hit four. Like, no, just give me something else. Give me the Warriors team total over because that's no juice. It's like what, minus 110, minus 115 somewhere.
Looks like we can get over 119 and a half at minus 115.
What's the alt line? Because I'm looking at them to score at least 125. Because we can take the juice out by moving it up, right?
Yeah. I need to open up a different book for that. I don't have that in front of me.
Okay.
Tyson, really quick, the play of the day. We're actually not sure yet. The other cool thing about this show is we're just here talking games, like with y'all. So our like play of the day just kind of comes to us just as we go here. So
I tell you what, let's not get fancy. Let's do Warriors team total over 119 because I feel like they'll score 125. So I mean 115. That's no juice at all, right? So
yeah,
I'm in if you in.
Yeah, man. Like I'm I mean, yeah, like I'm in. So all right, Tyson.
There we go.
There you go, man. Warriors team total over 119 and a half. Jabo had an actual question here. Joe, do you want to answer that while I'm typing this up?
Yeah, let me look up. I have a stat bank that I use. Let's see. Sorry. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, I like that, J-Bo. I like that a lot. So it looks like the Bulls are 28th giving up points to the shooting. They're 25th in giving up points to the small forward. They're 11th in rebounds, but they're 29th in assists. So I mean, they're 30th in worse than the NBA points and allowed in the paint. The only thing here is that there could be a blowout factor. You know, I rolled the 4.5 yesterday, and I looked like Houdini. Like, it didn't even feel legal, man. The Bulls had like a total of 29 points in the first half.
Yeah.
So I seriously doubt that they don't make this game closer. And I love for him to score over. He does have 100% hit rate against the Bulls, averaging 24.5. So honestly, I'd play that all the way up to 20 because what it does is it takes the juice off and gives you some room. Over his last 5 games, he's averaged 24 and a half. Over his last 10, he's averaged 19 and a half. So, yeah, I like that a lot.
Nice, like it. Well, guys, as far as there's really only one other game that I was going to go over. So if there's any certain game that you want to hear us talk about, put it in the chat. And actually, we'll be happy to go over that for you. But we're going to go to the last game on the board, man. The Grizzlies versus the Clippers.
Okay.
That actually was our play of the day. Last night, Grizzlies first half team total over. They ended up dropping 68. That was just a no sweat. Just from the start, they were on pace. So it was just super easy, actually, like sweat-free bet.
Dude, they had like 60 with 5 minutes left to go. I'm like, okay, let's not be cute. If they don't get us the last 3 points with 5 minutes to go, 3 points is all we needed, dude.
That's what I was about to say, man. Like, they actually really slowed down.
They did. They did.
I mean, like, they actually could have got 75. I mean, like,
they could have.
If actually they would have stayed on pace, they actually would have had that. But now for this game, go ahead.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what I was about to say, man.
Let's run it.
Coming into this game, they are on the back-to-back. Well, guess who the best team in the league is on the back-to-back? It is the Grizzlies. And actually, guess who scores more points on the road than actually they do at home? The Grizzlies. We keep talking about it. This Grizzlies team is fast. They're the fastest team in the National League.
One more. The Grizzlies scored the most points in the NBA, period.
Yeah.
There's that too.
Right. So, yes. Okay, now last night was the Suns. So as far as the Suns defense compared to the Clippers defense, no, that's not the same thing. The Clippers defense is they are a much better team there. But this number, wow, it dropped. It's down to 55 and a half.
Why don't we have 2 PODs?
I was about
what
to
are
say,
we doing?
Man,
what are we waiting on, man? Bro,
man.
We got to do it. We got to do it. Like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, run it back, man.
5.5. All right, guys. This is going to be the first time we ever have 2. We're going to have to do it.
So they're saying that Ja Morant is a game time decision, but guess what? Grizzlies, they played a whole year without him. They're okay. Like, if you're gonna give me a line discount, when I just watched these dudes hang up 68, slowing down yesterday, like Grizzlies off of back-to-back, all of those guys are young. There's no old man on that roster. I think Marcus Smart, who's still young, is probably the oldest person on the roster. Like, dude, they got fresh legs.
Yeah. Right. While I'm typing this out, doing Jess here, she is asking about the Lakers game. Do you want to talk on that for just a second?
That's actually my favorite prop of the day. Let me look up and see where I can still get his line. So the person that I like when I watch a team and they get a new player, the first thing I want to do is look at the players and see how their role has changed since they got a new person, right? Well, since they got Luka, guess what? LeBron James finally gave up control. He said, and I quote, "Don't fit in. Do whatever you want to do. We'll fit around you." Yep. He's never said that to AD or any other player. That, one, speaks to the greatness of Luka. 2, Luka's out there running the show. They're playing 24-hour pickup ball. Like, they're not running plays because he doesn't know any. He just got there. And it's magical. I love it. And you know why I love it? Because Austin Reeves, who was the primary ball handler, that's the let the cat out the bag, who was the primary ball handler, now he doesn't have to do it. But guess what? Austin Reeves is just like Christian Braun, is just like Russell Westbrook. Those guys are going to give you everything they have night in, night out. There's no ifs, ands, there's no buts. I like Austin Reeves, rebounds and assists, and you can ladder it to the moon. Earlier, I got it at 9. Let me see what it is now. Yeah, I got it at 9 for 136. But here's the thing. He's averaged 12 over his last 5 games. So let me see what the current line is right now. And I'm
Oh
telling you, I would
shit!
ladder
Oh shit!
that up. What's up? Trae Young is playing. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the Hawks team total over, guys. Hawks team total over.
And I'm gonna be on the Hawks spread. I think they both cash, but yeah, I gotta stop taking things personal when they did me the team total. 3 points, man. They could have gave me that.
I'm actually gonna jump in here really quick. John, man, these are teams that I haven't really been backing. As far as Rutgers, them actually at home to start the year, or kind of like in the middle of the season. That's where I was trying to find spots to like back them, and they just kept losing. So that for me, it's just hard for me to like back them now. Um, you know, they actually played Maryland actually last game and actually went in there and beat them by 9 points. There was a good win. They beat actually Illinois before that. I mean, they've been playing much actually like better ball. This would actually be like a parlay piece, man. Um, as far as on the spread, I'm showing a little value, but not enough to really play it. Um, but actually, like as far as Rutgers as an actual parlay piece, I actually do like that. As far as the over, there's where I would, or or actually like that's where I first looked. That's what I wanted to play. But that number's good, man. It's like 161 and a half. And I think that number's pretty much spot on. So
Okay. So I pulled up Austin Reeves. You can get his rebounds and assists at he would have at least 11, so 10 and a half. You can get that at minus 103, which is almost plus money. That's what I would take because he's averaged 12 and basically over the last 5 and the last 10 games. And when I saw him with Luka, like if he throws the ball to Luka or LeBron in the paint, it's almost a guaranteed bucket, right? So that's 2 players that have a very high turning potential into actual assist totals. He's also a very underrated defender. One of the reasons why he's underrated is because LeBron at age 40, he's not running on both sides of the court, right? Guess who is? Austin. Like I think he's a solid play. I mean, if you want to take the juice at 159 to have 10, like that's guaranteed. But I took him at 9 this morning. But I would also take him at 11 for minus 103.
like it, like it. Yeah, guys, it looks like Trey is playing, and actually that as far as that line is starting to move. So yeah, if you want that, you need to go ahead and get in on it. It looks like it's already down to 7.5 at actually most books. Um, but yeah, guys, as far as our play of the day, we are going to roll with 2, just because we really like them both. It would be really hard for actually me to choose there.
Yeah,
It like really would. So we're going to roll with actually those 2. And also, really quick, if anybody has any other questions, drop them now, because we are about to get out of here. But yeah, as far as any plays or any other props, man, Josh, you have anything?
I looked at the Memphis Clippers last time they played, and the Grizzlies hung up 30 in the first quarter and 28 in the second. So they still cleared this line at 58. So
Okay.
I just see it. I see it hard for me to see like them going under 55 and a half. So I mean,
It's
I
just,
feel like that 3-point difference is because they're on a back to back, and I'm
right.
definitely liking it. I'm
I like
liking
it.
it.
Man, Joe, this actually question is definitely geared towards you. The Houston game.
Bro, that's the Houston games to stay away from me. I live in Houston. I love Houston. And one of my rules is don't bet your home team. You know what I mean? So, but in reality, the Suns have a worse against the spread record,
Man,
but they did
they're
just come
bad.
off a loss yesterday. I know, but they just came off a loss yesterday, and that was KD's first game back. And for whatever reason, KD lights up Houston. Like, one thing about Kevin Durant, if you leave him alone and don't talk trash to him, he'll probably give you okay, I'll get 20 points and 6 assists, 5 rebounds, a chill type of day. But we got a dude named Dylan Brooks who just does not. He's like a chihuahua. He doesn't know when to shut up. Like, and for whatever reason, he gets in Kevin Durant's face, and Kevin Durant shits on him every time he gets a chance. Like, I don't like it. Like KD prop going over would probably be my favorite. No math involved, no statistics. He just doesn't like Houston. He doesn't like us, bro. Um, I'm staying away because 7 points is a lot of points to lay, especially when your team has not been doing good on defense at all. Like we need Fred VanVleet back, and it's bad. Like so I do think we win on the money line if you want a parlay piece, but I don't think we cover 7. But at the same time, the Suns have been so trash against the spread, and they're on the back to back. Like I too many other spots I like just to sum it all up.
Well, for me, it's the same thing, man. This is a pass. 'Cause this Houston team, this is a team that actually like we were riding them. They're
Yeah.
they're they're playing so well, and then they kind of went on this little skid here. And I told myself that as far as through the All Star break, that I was actually not going to bet them. That I'm going to after the All Star break, that's when I'm going to go back to looking at them. So that's why this game for me was just an easy pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Joe.
All
Um,
right.
as far as actually once again play of the day, we're gonna have 2. This is actually a first for us. Going with the Warriors team total over 119 and a half, along with the Grizzlies. We're gonna run it right back. Grizzlies first half team total over 55 and a half. But yeah, guys, for us, that's gonna do it. Wednesday, as far as the week, we're actually halfway through it now, or actually like a little over halfway through it now. So yeah, I hope that everybody has a great night. And Joe, do the thing, man.
You know what my boy said. What did DJ Khaled said? You either win with us or watch us win. Let's fucking win, baby.